Friends, if you remain silent or speak as per necessity, then after some time or both, we start getting all the things we want. What benefit can there be if we speak less or remain silent? Today's video is on this. Friends, our speech is the mirror of our personality. We all know that the mirror should never lie. That is, in the true sense, our speech and our language present our personality in front of other people. No matter what field you are from or how big a post you hold, if there is no humility in your speech, then people will keep distance from you. If your language is sweet, people will remember you for years and will also wish to meet you. To a large extent, our success also depends on our speaking skills. Not only this, if your words are good and natural, then your success will also be visible for a long time. When Gautam Buddha used to preach to his disciples, he used to say the same thing, that the sharpest knife in the world is our tongue, and the most dangerous weapon in the world is our words, which can kill many people from inside without shedding any blood. Are our words our strength? If you speak nicely and sweetly, then people like what you say. People want to listen to what you say, but if you speak angrily and harshly, then people do not want to listen to what you say, and this is our biggest problem. Even if there is weakness, there is strength. If we don't know when, where, what, and how much to say, if we use right words with right intention at right time, then it makes us a successful person. But if we do not use right words with right intention at right time, then it can make our life hell. So today I will tell you a story on silence, and this story is going to change your life. It is going to make you realize the power of silence. Friends, before proceeding further in the video, I would like to make a request to you. If you like the video, then please like the videos and subscribe to the channel. So let's start the story. Friends, this is the true story of a very famous Buddhist monk in Japan, whose name was Rizai. Rizai lived alone in the forest. Rizai liked to live in solitude in the forest, away from the noise of the world. Rizai was a very meditative and enlightened person, and hence he was very famous throughout Japan. One day a prince came to Rizai and said, "Dear Bhikkhu, I always feel tired, weary, and troubled. My mind is very restless, although I have everything, wealth, happiness, comfort, which every person wants or desires. I have all that I desire, but still, why is there so much restlessness and anxiety inside me?" You know the answer to this question, and you never searched for it. Rizai further says, "I want to do an experiment. Would you like to?" After this experiment, there will be no disturbance and worry of any kind in your life. The prince was very surprised to hear all this. He said to Rizai, "Tell me what to do. I am ready to do anything for the peace of my mind." "I am the monk," Rizai said in a very calm voice. "You will stay in my ashram for the next 10 days and live your life like a normal person. You will spend here, and for these 10 days, you will remain in solitude." The prince also agreed with him. On the first day, the prince felt that his mind was more restless and distracted than usual. Various types of questions were arising in his mind, and he was finding it difficult to live life like ordinary people. He had a strong desire to speak, but he remained silent. Nothing came out of his mouth, not even a single word. He just sat quietly, but by the time the night came, he started feeling peace inside. This experience was very strange for him. He was asking himself whether he was feeling happy inside, and his inner restlessness and anxiety were beginning to subside. The next day, the prince was sitting quietly in solitude, observing nature. He saw the flowers and the birds racing in the sky. For the first time in his life, he was feeling how amazing and beautiful the nature around him was. He kept looking at the beauty of nature throughout the day and feeling its peace. In this way, a week passed, and by now all the restlessness, turmoil, and tension in his mind had completely disappeared. On the morning of the 8th day, the prince again sat in solitude, and within a few minutes his eyes closed on their own, and he went into deep meditation. he sat there the whole day with his eyes closed and went into deep meditation. No words, no worries. The prince was filled with immense peace and joy from within. The next day, the prince spent his remaining 2 days in deep meditation. The monk appeared before Rizai, and after paying obeisance to Rizai, he said, "O most respected bhikkhu, all my questions have been answered. I understood why I was living in so much turmoil and worry. I also came to know why my mind was so restless and distracted." Rizai asked smilingly, "Tell me, what answer did you get?" So the prince said, "I used to talk more than necessary. I used to waste my words and energy on anyone. I used to talk nonsense with my people all day long, and then it was a relief to think about them alone. I used to think negatively most of the time, and thus I was wasting my time. Due to excessive talking and negative thinking, my mind had become disturbed and restless, and because of this, I was not able to concentrate properly on anything, due to which I started failing in every task, and then due to these continuous failures, my mind became depressed and irritable, and it destroyed my life. But these 10 days were completely different. I felt like I was living my life to the fullest, but before that I was living my life wrong. I also learned that we do not have to just meditate. Meditation happens automatically when we are still, calm, and silent. The first thing I have learned during the last few days of meditation is that the most important event in human life is to know oneself. Hearing this, Rizai said, "Not only you, but most of the people in the world speak more than necessary. Even today, people most of the time speak only to humiliate each other. Some people talk even when they don't want to, and ruin their lives." Coming back to the story, Rizai made the prince understand the importance of silence and said, once Gautam Buddha was asked by his disciples, "Buddha, why do you remain silent most of the time?" Buddha said that because in silence, I am in the depths of infinite peace within myself. The first step is to bring it within myself. It is impossible to know oneself without silence. The first rule to know and understand yourself is to become silent. Speak only as much as is absolutely necessary, without which you can do. Leave him, don't speak to him, and suddenly you will find that whatever you used to speak was a lot of useless words. You could have managed without them. Most of the conflicts in the world arise because of speaking too much. There is a couplet of Saint Kabir, "Speak such words that you lose your mind. Cool others, let yourself cool." Meaning, every person should speak such a language, which not only makes the listener happy, but also makes one's own mind feel happy. It is only by speaking sweetly that people develop love and respect for each other. Talking less and listening more is as difficult as agreeing with others' opinions. It is possible that you may not find someone's thoughts or words right, but while listening, you should keep your thoughts aside and listen to him, her, carefully. Answer: when you listen to someone in this way, you are able to see other aspects of things, due to which you can easily understand the feelings of others. If you want to adopt this habit, then first you will have to learn to speak less. Speaking less increases knowledge. Those who keep talking too much go beyond their knowledge, and the things they say are lies, whereas those who are interested in listening, listen to everyone very carefully. Hence, they learn something or the other from everyone. Get a chance to. The listener gets the benefit of two things here. Firstly, he does not get the information, and secondly, he can use the information received well. You will be surprised at what you discover after becoming silent. Being silent, that is, speaking less, does not lead to regrets. People who talk too much do not know what they're going to say, and often talk about their personal life. That is why it is said to speak less, but speak thoughtfully, take every word seriously. It is because of your silence that people may consider you arrogant, but those who are close to you or those who get to know you will start misunderstanding quickly. Along with this, people who speak only at the right time understand everything seriously. We should speak only when we have solid information about something. Speaking less gives seriousness to your words, so that everyone gets interested in listening to you. Speaking less strengthens relationships. When you listen carefully to someone, it makes the person talking feel good. By listening, the words of others can be understood well. Along with this, their feelings can be felt, after which if you give your opinion, that person will feel good. If you talk thoughtfully, people listen to you with interest. This happens because they know that you speak only after studying. Therefore, if you are saying something, then it must be something important. Saying a lot in less words. The specialty of those who talk less is that they say a lot in less words, due to which everyone remembers what they said, and no one even hesitates in listening to them. Therefore, avoid twisting things. Explain in less words. If you remain silent, you get a chance to think and listen more. Speaking less also has the advantage that you get more and more time to listen to what someone else says. The more thoughtfully you speak, the more you listen to others, the more knowledge increases. A person does not have enough time to know himself by doing each and everything. In such a situation, people who speak less acquire so much knowledge by listening to others, which people who speak a lot can never do. Other people listen very carefully to a person who speaks less. If there is any person who speaks less, then, whenever he has to say something, other people listen to him with great attention. This is because the person who speaks less first listens to his words and then understands what he has to say. There is substance in the words. He clearly sees the knowledge in the words. Speaking less saves the body's energy. A person who speaks less feels more energy than a person who speaks more. While speaking, a lot of energy is consumed by the human body. While speaking, the mind and mouth, etc., are reduced simultaneously, whereas the people who speak less save a lot of energy from their body. Speaking less makes the mind sharper. More brain is used in speaking more. In speaking less, the brain is used less, if it is seen that those who speak more use their brain the least. Talking too much is also a habit. Whenever a person makes a habit of speaking less, he gets more time to do his work. There are some people who say that they do not have time to work. In such a situation, they should adopt the habit of speaking less. The day you develop the habit of speaking less, you will get more time to do your important work. Respect in the society will increase by speaking less. The person who speaks less is liked a lot by others. At this time, we can easily find people who talk a lot, but it is very difficult to find people who talk less. A person who speaks less listens to others very carefully. Such people are able to know others well. There are many people who do not even listen to the other person properly and start talking about their own things. In such a situation, the other person starts getting bored with you and your words. When you talk less and listen to the other person very well, then you are able to understand the other person's mind, his thoughts and his views very well. By listening carefully to what the other person is saying, he also becomes happy and impressed by you. Speaking less will not cause any harm. People who talk too much tend to say things that they should not have said, and by doing so they harm themselves later. Suppose if someone is demanding something from you, and you agree to his request without thinking, and you say yes to it, and later you come to know that it is your loss, then what will you do? If you talk less, your intelligence remains more stable. You are more careful before saying anything, and you take any decision only after thinking. This will save you from any kind of loss. Friends, I hope you have learned a lot from this video, and yes, do not forget to subscribe to this channel to join us. See you in the next video with some new ideas. Till then, thank you very much.